All right, we are live. Welcome, everyone. Today is Friday, so it is our actual Q&A day. We had one yesterday with Mr. Sean Clark, but I definitely wanted to have our normal Q&A day today. I did want to show you guys how you can join. Let me move some things around here. If you are a member, let me share my screen. You can go to bridgetbartlett.com. You want to go up to the events tab here, and then on the calendar, you want to just click the link there, and then you can join us. This does log you into the resource area, so make sure if you're not logged in, you do get logged in. As soon as you do that, you're going to go right to the module. Actually, let me click here. And then you'll get access. So if for some reason you don't go here, you can always just go to the resource area, which is training.myvisionagency.com, go into the Zoom support, and then you can access the link here for the weekly Q&A session. So that is how you can get logged in. You can also click the link in the description wherever you're watching. And I did want to today, first I want to see if you guys have any questions for me before I get started, because I did open office hours this week, and I got some feedback from some people who wanted me to share with you some things about like the Facebook group. I know a lot of times, like when you're new to online marketing, you're like, okay, do I need a group? Do I need a profile? Do I need a business page? And so that's what I wanted to kind of go over, what I went over with them and open office hours with you guys. But I want to make sure, do you have any questions before I get started with that? No? Okay. So let me go ahead and share my screen here. So I just created this little diagram to kind of help you understand how you want to think about this. Okay, so the absolute best way, especially if you're brand new, you don't have an audience or anything that you can promote your offers to, you want to really start with your Facebook profile. Okay, so everybody has a Facebook profile. If you don't, you're one of the like small percentage of people who don't have a Facebook profile, but everyone has one, right? So now you have your Facebook profile and you have an offer. Now you need to go to these groups and you need to find where your perfect target client is hanging out in the groups. Okay. What's great about Facebook groups is that Facebook will segment the interests with people based on the group. Okay, so what do I mean by that? If you are in a Facebook group, chances are you went to Facebook, you went to invite or to join the group, right? And you decided to join that group because there were probably tools that you wanted to learn how to use, or it was a community that you wanted to be a part of for some reason. Maybe it had a title, how to do online marketing, or maybe digital marketing training, like my group is called. So for whatever reason, you decided to join that group because it is part of your interests, right? So that's what other people do with Facebook groups as well. So if your target client is hanging out in a group called Real Estate Agents in Indianapolis, well, you know a lot already about that client, right? So, or that person, so that you can go to that group and then you can use Messenger to send friend requests, knowing that the people who accept are probably real estate agents in Indianapolis, right? So now here's what happens when you send a friend request. They're going to look at your Facebook profile. So if your Facebook profile has, a bunch of kitty cats on it, that's cool if you are, promoting something, or kitty cats have to do with your business. But if it doesn't, now they're thinking, why do I want to accept this friend request? If you're networking and using your Facebook profile for business, you want to make it all about your business. I know some people disagree with that, but how is this person going to know whether they want to accept your friend request if they don't know what you do? Now, if they're not interested in your business, that's awesome, because they're going to not accept the friend request, which means they're not interested in that, which you don't want them to be your friend if they're not ever going to be interested in what you're doing, right? So they eliminate themselves. All right. So now here you are, right? You're going to your Facebook groups and you're inviting your friends, or the people in the group, you're inviting them to be your friend. They're looking at your profile. They're deciding if they want to accept your friend request. If they decide to, now what you need to do on your profile is start sharing content that is relevant to your offers, right? So if you are promoting L Messenger, you want to be talking about L Messenger, right? And you want to say, who wants a free account? Now keep in mind, if we're talking about real estate agents in Indianapolis, you're sharing content about L Messenger here. Now, why would you not share how you can use L Messenger for the real estate business or for real estate agents? How to get new clients for your real estate business using L Messenger. Okay, so that would be like the kind of content that you want to create. And you can easily come up with content ideas by just, what do you think is cool? You know, I talk about this a lot. If you're working with L Messenger, or you're working with anything in your business and you think, oh, this is so cool. Well, that's what you want to share, because the chances are people who are interested in the same things that you are, they're going to think that's cool too. Okay, so this is where you want to start. Okay, you do not need to worry about a Facebook business page or creating your own group until you have pretty much mastered this part here. Okay, now, as you master this part, what's going to happen is you're going to be fine-tuning your offer. You're going to be fine-tuning your sales pitch, how you talk to people. You're going to be fine-tuning your automations. Once you get all of this fine-tuned and you're getting less and less questions and more signups, now you're probably ready to start running Facebook ads. Okay, so then you definitely want to create a business page. You want to start sharing content. You can, from this business page, you can invite your Facebook friends to like your business page. Okay, but the reason that you don't want to just create a business page is because you cannot invite group members to follow your page, okay? Unless they're your own group member, you could post something in there, but there's really no organic way for you to grow this here like your Facebook profile. So if you just start with the profile like it is your own group and you're sharing content and you are inviting the right people to your profile, then you literally are creating your own community within your Facebook profile. Now, as your Facebook ads start becoming successful, then you definitely would want to start building a community of all the people who are signing up for your business, right? Through your ads or through whatever other channels that you have. And so that's really when the Facebook group is going to come into play, okay? And you can connect your Facebook group to your page, okay? So all of these things can work together, but you have to start here and you have to start networking with the people using your own profile, with the people who have segmented themselves into the groups that your target client is going to be joining, okay? So I want to stop and see if you guys have any questions about that. Any questions? Yes, right.
Not a question, but just a comment. It's always helpful to get a review on this, Bridget. This is awesome because it helps with the framework and the mindset of how kind of a natural progression with just using what you have with Facebook and organically getting those leads. So thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. And yeah, definitely don't be afraid to, if you start sharing content on your business page, share it to your profile. They can work together like that to start growing and start basically spreading out all of your friends and, telling them like even more what you do, right? Because now you're moving them from your personal profile to your page, to your group. And now they're like, whoa, she's got a page, she's got a group, she's, yeah. There's definitely many ways, but you're right, Philip. You have to start with what you have, and don't get super overwhelmed, and don't think that you need to create a business page and create a group and create different content for all the different things. It's like it's all going to work together like a spider web. Yeah. Ray, did you have your hand up?
Yes. Just for clarification, can you show the drawing again?
Uh-huh.
Okay. On the left, you mined some of the people in a niche like real estate or whatever it might be, and they are now your friends.
Mm-hmm.
How do you move them to your Facebook group without asking them one more time, do you want to be part of my Facebook group? Do you have to get them to join twice? In other words, they say, yeah, I'd like to be your friend. You send a friend request and they say yes. And now, how do you get them to move that next step to become a part of your Facebook group?
Yeah, that's a great question. So the way that you're going to do that is there's multiple ways. All right. My absolute favorite way is by creating the content that's going to make them want to engage or be part of the group. Okay. If I was creating content for
look what we have here. Look. No, this is mine.
Oh, I think somebody
That's mine.
unmuted. I think Terrence. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so what I would do if I wanted to use my Facebook profile to start growing my group, I would create content that makes people say, yes, I want to join the group. Okay. Because if you don't do that, then it's going to be like spammy. All right. Now, one method would be if you are sending friend requests, you could, in that friend request, you could use Messenger to send a message with that friend request that says, hey, I saw you in this group. Would you like to join my group? Now that's going to be incredibly spammy unless you have made a name for yourself in that group and they would recognize your name. If I go to the high level group and I did that and I sent friend requests and then they saw my message and my group, chances are they would probably join my group because I already have a name for myself inside of high level. But if they didn't know me, then if I was to go to any other group, they probably wouldn't know me. And so that would be very spammy. So if I wanted to create, and I have done this, and if I wanted to drive traffic to my group, I could say something like, or create a post and say, I am giving away free tools for the next 10 people who join my Facebook group, and you can give them free tools. You could say, for anyone who's interested in, and then explain, whatever the solution that you provide is. If you're interested in XYZ, join my group and you're going to get a free account of Elm Messenger, Elm Link, Elmatic, Elm Optimizer. And then if you're interested, comment below. So that type of content, it helps them to know exactly what you do, but it also encourages them to decide, do I want to be part of this group? And if they raise their hand and say yes, and they comment below, of course, you could even use Elm Messenger to automate this process. But what they're doing is saying, yes, I definitely want to be a part of this. So now when they receive your link for the group, then it's going to be like, it's not spammy at all. Right? It's because they've already asked for it. They've raised their hand. I want to be part of that group. And you guys have all of these free tools. You can definitely, that is such a great lead magnet into your group. Whoever joins my group gets a free Elm Messenger account.
I know you've had training on this, and maybe you could hit it again or send me to the training on doing what you said, going out to your own niches. How do you do that? How do you find the niches? And then how do you post on your Facebook profile the right invitation to them? But I'll see if I can find it in the training and go back through that. That is really a good thing. That's great.
So Yeah, I definitely have training on this, but I think that if I helped you now, that other people would benefit from it, right? So if
Sure.
you want to know where your perfect client is hanging out, who is your perfect client? But you can answer that question. I wasn't asking hypothetically.
Okay. Oh, my perfect client would be either my perfect client would be a person interested in learning Windows computer better, being able to navigate and not spend so much time fumbling around on the computer.
Okay, so let's go to Facebook then. And let's see what kind of groups we can find. First, I love to choose Facebook groups that people have to like pay to be a part of. So if you are in any of those groups or you see something like that, it may be worth it to you to invest in whatever it is, if you think that that's a great audience for you. But what I would do is I would just go to groups here and then I would just start searching according to like whatever those keywords are, right? So we talked about Microsoft. So I'm going to look for people in the Microsoft groups and I want to, let's see all of them. So teams and updates, let's see if there's any that's like maybe for beginners. Okay, so we have Outlook, Systemio. So here's Microsoft. I don't know what Azure is for beginners. Microsoft Tips and Tricks Community. This would be a perfect one for you, Ray.
Right.
Microsoft Excel for beginners. Learn Microsoft Excel in accounting. Microsoft for all of these would be exactly your perfect client. So I would go and I would join all of these and I would start sharing all of those great tips that you have, all of those videos that you want to create. A lot of times groups won't let you do like promotion inside of their group, but if you are just sharing those video tips and you're not like advertising for anything, that is such a great way of building your own like reputation within these groups. Because even if you share a tip, which you definitely should, even if you can't do video, just sharing those tips, people will start recognizing your name. And then when you do send that friend request, it's a lot less spammy because then they're like, oh, that's Ray Hines. I've seen he adds so much value to that group.
Okay. Fantastic. That's good.
Yeah. Anybody else have questions? No.
Learned a new tip. I want
All right.
to share it. If I don't
Yeah.
want to get into your deal, and this will take just a second, but go ahead and mine some questions first, if you'd like.
No, I don't see any questions right now. So go ahead.
Okay. This one, I've got a jillion of them. This one is, if you have Windows, this is all for Windows, and I don't know how it works yet on the Mac. But let me share my screen. I'll do that if you don't mind.
Go ahead.
Let's see here. Okay. Move my thing down. What's going on? Maybe sharing the wrong. Can you see that?
I see your beautiful wife.
Oh, do you? Okay. I wasn't sure where I was. So let me start Excel and Word, and that'll be enough. So Excel, a blank document, and Word. A blank document in Word, and I'll pull it over here. And I've got them backwards, but I'll do that. A new blank document. So what if I put something in the clipboard? The way I do that is copy, and it's there. And let me do another one. I'll do just okay, and I'll copy it. And you can do 100. You can do 100 things to your clipboard. Well, up until now, Windows has not allowed you to hold more than one thing in your clipboard. And if you were to come over here and do a, do a Control V, you know, you've lost this one. You put this one in your clipboard first, but since you put this other one in your clipboard, it got rid of the second one. So here's the magic word. It is the Windows key and V, the capital V, Win V. Okay, so that's what it is. So, well, let me copy that too. But all I do is walk up to my computer and hit Windows V, and it remembers all. I've dropped it here. Windows V. What happened? Oh, it shifted over here. What is going on? There it is. I've got 3 screens on. But see, there's clip 1, and then I said, no, I want this. Oh, no, I want this. And so you can say, hey, I want that one. And you can clip it, you can copy it, you can paste it, whatever you want to do. So the key is Windows key and V, and up it comes, and you can say, yeah, I want that one, or let's do that one. And the same thing. Let me get it right again. Windows V. Yeah, there it is. You can do other things with Windows V, but the one I'm looking for is this little clipboard here. So if you got other things, and there's a ton of other things, you can search for gifts that you want, or other kinds of things. But if you just look at your keyboard, you want to look at your keyboard, you can do that, and you can paste it, you can move it, you can pin the item, whatever you'd like to do. So in the old days, you could only remember the last thing that you clipped to your clipboard with Control C, but now you can do it with Windows V. It'll come up and say, hey, what's on my clipboard? And there it is right there, and you can use it.
You know, Ray, that is so awesome. And I totally mean that with all sincerity, because I can't tell you, I have I use the Post-it notes. I also use the little notepad to keep track of some of the things I am constantly copying and pasting. So that is super, super cool to know.
And Windows 11 has added a whole bunch more, but this is not Windows 11. This is anything, the Windows V key. And it is just really, really cool. And there's 1,000 of them. I've got tons of these things that help me figure out what the best thing is for my operation, and not have to worry about switching mouse and finding it and going and dragging it. It's there. So I'm working on a front and back PDF. It'll be a lot of these. And so that's one of the enticers. If you want a free PDF with all of these, join my group or whatever. I haven't decided how I'm going to market this yet. And I'm not really marketing them. That's just one of the rewards that they would get for joining my Facebook.
If you did decide to, which that's a great lead magnet, because if you think about the customer journey, the people who are watching your videos, when you share, let's say you just share that tip, and then they're watching your videos. And if your call to action is, and if you want to see my other, 1,001 tips, click the link and sign up for my, I'm sure it'd probably be an ebook at that point, instead of a checklist. But yeah, I love it, Ray. That's like you literally right now, you have all of your target client, you have all of your content. So you're ready to rock and roll. Well, and what I would do, Ray, when you create that group, or even on your Facebook profile, I would create a pinned post, and I would put the link to register for all of those tips right there, the pinned post at the top of your profile, so that every time when you are sending those friend requests and they are seeing your profile, they're checking it out, that's going to be the first thing that they see. So that gives you an extra opportunity to not just have them accept your friend request, but also capture their contact info.
Thanks. this is so vast that I'm going to have a separate section on Word and PowerPoint, Excel, and other things. And then on browsers, because if you notice there's a war on browsers. Microsoft Edge is warring, trying to pull you away from Google Chrome or whatever else you're doing. And so each one of these tips and tricks can be centered around a section like Word, PowerPoint, or whatever app you're doing. And then so many of these things are the same keystroke across various applications. And so it doesn't have to be a Microsoft application to use Control-C and Control-V. And just one more tip, as you look down at your keyboard has, next to the Alt key down there, it's got 3 characters, X, C, and V. Cut, copy, paste. Cut, copy, paste, right together, X, C, V. And I don't know if you've ever noticed that. A lot of people haven't. But you say, hey, I want to cut or a copy, paste, cut, copy, paste. You have to remember all those, but they're right together on the keyboard.
You know what you could do, as you were saying that, you could do like a checklist or like the top 10 tips or something like that, and then first that could be like your ebook or your checklist or whatever you want, and then even upsell to like a paid course or even a free course. You could even have like beginner, intermediate, and advanced. And if you gave the beginner away, you could still upsell to the intermediate and advanced.
Okay, now the next hard part is developing each one of those in a short, what I just demonstrated, I was way too long and fumbling around and all that. So I've got to make a video of each of those quick tips so that they don't take so long, you get right to the point and you don't fumble around. So I've made a couple, and when you said back in the very, very beginning, you were making videos that you just hated, and you had to start over, and you got 2/3 of the way through and you made a mistake, you had to start over again. That's me right now. I've made several, and I'm not happy with any of them. And so I may just publish them and let people say, well, the content is good, but the guy that's presented them needs a little work.
I'm sure that that's not true. But, I also, while you were talking, I was thinking, if you just hated video, you could use something like Scribe. I think that would be really great since some of these tips can be short, just like literally like hold this down and this and then click here. That could be an easy scribe that you could build into a membership area, turn into a PDF. However, you could actually, Ray, create a complete like ebook just from those scribes. It's very, very easy to do as well. You could probably bust out 100 of them in a day using Scribe.
I'll look into it. That's great.
Yeah. Cool. Love it,
Anytime you
Ray.
want a tip, just give me a holler.
Yeah, I love it. We're going to have you like every Friday. You can come to our meeting with a new tip. If you wanted to.
I agree totally with you, Bridget. That was awesome, Ray.
Thank you.
I can't tell you the number of times I've said, I wish I had that other tip I had that I wanted to clip, and then it's gone. So that is awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I'm excited about that one too. Sincerely. I don't just say that. I really mean it. Cool. Anybody else have anything you're struggling with or anything that I can help you with? Any questions? Did you guys enjoy the meeting with Sean yesterday? Yeah, pretty exciting. All right, so let's get the wheel here. Let me bring up my wheel, make sure I get everyone's name on it. Frankie has been lucky here lately, so we'll see. Cynthia, I do see that your hand is up. How can I help you?
Hey, Bridget. Hey, team.
Hey.
Hopefully I'm coming in pretty good. I'm actually on my mobile today, but I wanted to find out, have you heard anything about when they're going to be releasing Prompt Key?
So I think you're echoing.
Because
Here-
I was so excited about it, and I went in, I was trying to use it, and it kept giving me this error message. So I put in a support ticket. Well, first I went into the you know how they have the office hours. So I went into office hours, and they were like, well, you know what, Cynthia, we hate to let you down, but we haven't had the approval yet from to add that into the app store. So as an extension. So but it is coming. So and that's been about about 2 weeks ago. So I was just trying to see if you heard anything in terms of if there's anything coming down the road anytime soon.
I feel like Drew told me the other day that that it was in the Chrome store. I do see it in my reseller portal
Yeah, I
as
saw it
being
there
available.
too.
I'm sorry.
Well, you can assign it to yourself, but when you try to use it, it doesn't work.
Oh, yeah, I
And
do
then
know that
on
they
the video.
I do know
The
that they
videos
were
on the landing page, those don't work either right now.
okay. Yeah, I know that it's a new tool. They're kind of like releasing it in beta, so that it
Mhm.
could be that it's just something like a bug that they're still working out. I'm actually looking to see if I see it live in the Chrome store, but I don't. So maybe for some reason it wasn't approved or something. I would definitely reach out to them and ask about that. All I know is I do see, and I swear that I think he told me that it was the same thing they told you about. It was in the Chrome store waiting to be approved.
Okay.
At that stage, unfortunately, they're at the mercy of Google.
Right.
But if it has been approved and you're still having issues, I would definitely reach out to them and see.
All right, sounds good. I'm always looking at learning new tools, so I'm definitely going to keep my eye out for that one. Thank you.
Yeah, really exciting. Okay, let me see here. Andrea, I'm still trying to make sure I have all of your names in here. Okay, so let me know if I am missing anyone. Still trying to get over to I'm trying to get used to my third screen here. So we have Terrence as well. Okay, so we have Ray, Maria, Ricky, Frankie. Is it Fanal, Cindy, Andrea, and Terrence? Am I forgetting anyone? Cindy, I'm going to lower your hand here. Okay. All right. So let me go ahead and share my screen. We'll spin the wheel. Maria. It is Maria.
Thank you.
Maria, you and Frankie are
I
just.
know, we're conspiring, right, Frankie? I'll call you later. We'll make the game plan for next week.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm
Yeah,
kidding.
Would you like 2 reseller licenses or a 30-minute private consultation?
I'll take the consultation this week. I'll alternate. Okay. Do you keep a list of what I want? Because I don't remember how many I have.
Yeah, I have it.
Thank you. You're good. I know, Bridget, we have to get a class one day on how to organize everything, because I know Bridget's got it down pat. I need help with that. I try to get organized, and I'm like, oh, where did I put it?
Really, it's about, once you know the tools, it is so incredible to be able to use them to stay organized, because I do definitely try to be organized. I worked so long in pharmacy. It's like you have to be very like process detail oriented. But I love to use the tools to make sure that I stay organized, like creating tasks. I love to do that. I build that in a majority of my workflows. I create a task for myself, especially if I'm testing. And within that task, I'll even put like, this person went through this workflow, make sure to do XYZ or verify XYZ. And that way I know where they came from, why the task was created, and what I need to do to check that. I also love to use the notes feature. So I add in all of my workflows, I add a note that says like this person signed up for this and, whatever, even if it's like a payment, like payment received, and then I have the amount there. So the notes and the tasks are like the biggest things that I do to try to stay organized, because it's the automation. It basically tells me what I need to do every day just by having those tasks there. So yeah, if you can automate your processes in that way, it's definitely even if you want to create a task for yourself every day to say like, create your content or make sure to go to Facebook to check for comments or something like that. It just really helps to see that written down, like, here's your plan, you need to do this. And then you get like the enormous satisfaction of crossing something off the list or clicking the little box. I don't know why that's so satisfying. It definitely is.
But that's amazing you say that, because sometimes it's at the end of my day and I'm like, oh, I forgot to go to Facebook because I'm so focused on one thing. And yeah, that seems simple. You'll remember, no, or go to do this or do that. Yeah, I have to get better at that.
Yeah.
It's just I start focusing on something and then I forget about everything else.
Mhm.
It's so easy to do that.
Yeah.
Maybe should
I
start
mean,
using
really,
that
I heard someone say once, like, even if you work from home, sometimes it can be really tempting to kind of just wake up and decide whatever you're going to do that day. But if you are waking up and you don't have a plan for the day, like specific tasks that you need to complete before the day is over, you're really hurting yourself in the long run. Having that plan of knowing, okay, these are the things that I have to get done today. It helps a lot when it comes to going down these rabbit holes that we all find ourselves doing. It also makes sure that you're remaining consistent with all of these actions. I mean, if you think about it, if you put it on your list, obviously it was important enough at the time you put it on there that it needed to get done. So it's kind of a way of holding yourself accountable. Like, I said that I was going to do this every single day. I just need to go ahead and knock it out. It's on my list. I knock it out. I get to check it off the box. That's going to be really fun. And then now you know that that day you are consistent with your plan and your goals. And then you move on to the next day and the things that you have to do that day. And I've told you this before. I love to reward myself with the rabbit holes. So I'll make a note and like, oh, this is a really cool tool or really cool video. And then I'll just make a note to come back to it, because it's like, I have these tasks in this list. I cannot get diverted. I need to accomplish these things today. Then I can do whatever I want.
Definitely. The rabbit holes are the time suckers. They take your time when you start doing that. Definitely.
Yeah, well, that's what makes this so fun. If you don't like rabbit holes, then you're really in the wrong business. Like, we enjoy learning new tools and learning new strategies, and it's new opportunities. As entrepreneurs, we're super excited by those things. So that's why it's easy to get distracted, because you're like, oh, I didn't even know this existed. I'm so excited about this. I want to look into it. But you have to be disciplined at the same
And
time.
get excited hearing other people. I love hearing Cynthia say, I love, learning new tools. That's what we all have in common, I think.
Yeah, definitely.
We're like, yeah, what is this?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like, look, if you created a Facebook group that was like, for people who love tools, well, now you just found your people. That's you. That's your community.
Yeah. Thank you.
Andrea, I see your hand up.
That's a good idea. I love techie tools group, Facebook group. So I kind of wanted to put this out to anybody who's on here and you, Bridget, but so I'd probably bring this up a lot. I'm on the fence about getting white label support, right? And you did your awesome interview with the HL Pro Tools, and I really want to do it, but I'm wanting to make sure who has signed up with them, maybe, and like, had your people been able to get Zoom support, or is that something that's an extra payment on top of that Bridget's deal?
I bought HL Pro Tools last week, and they've been just really, really helpful. Many times I'm not ready for them to respond, because I'm still working on the previous thing I asked. And they'll say, hey, what can we do for you? And so they're proactive, and I like them.
Awesome.
They
So do
want
you
to
have,
go faster.
do you have clients who are getting the white label support and able to hop on Zoom with them, or just chat support?
So far, just chat, because I don't have a load of clients out there yet.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So,
just one.
did they tell you that you don't have Zoom support?
Well, I was looking through that landing page, and something in the Q&A frequently asked questions part made it seem like it wasn't Zoom support, but he said out loud it was. So that's why there was like this, I don't know.
So there's actually two options. When you enter your info into the form, to sign up, there's two options. There's one, and I didn't know there were two options at first. So one of them is for the year, and then that does not include the client support. And then there's one for 6 months that does include client support. So I would definitely check with them. And I would even maybe say, share the video, the part in the video where Matt said that. That way, everyone's on the same page. So they know, like, hey, if someone in his team, responds to your message, then they can see, oh, okay, Matt did say that. So they will clarify that for you.
Okay, that's what I'll do. So, I mean, I could just reach out to them and find their support button somewhere on their website, probably, or maybe on your page.
Yeah. If you just go to hlprotools.com, they have a little chat thing there. You can reach out to them there. But when you sign up, just make sure you go to my page, because that's where that special, the
Right.
press play button or whatever it is, the easy button bundle, that's where that is.
Okay. Yeah. That was my question. So thank you. I'll just have
You're
to dig in
welcome.
a bit more.
Ray, you had another question?
Yeah, it's back to the Facebook and the Facebook profile and pulling things over. On my Facebook profile, should I mention my website? Because I have a website dedicated to tips and tricks. And as I build my website up, I can invite them to go to my website as well. So should I or should I not include the website as an advertisement within my Facebook profile?
So I like the idea of using a bio link on the profile, like, how you have that little area underneath your name. Let me go to my profile and I'll show you. Okay. So this area right here, I love to have my bio link. Okay. Now, the reason I want my bio link is because it has everything that I do, right? So if this was you could have a video here like, hey, I'm Ray, I share tips and tricks, and here's my experience. And if you want my list, click here, right? So this could be like your lead magnet. This could be like your business that you have. This could be maybe your agency. This could be your booking link. This could be like lots of different things that you have, right? So that's why I love this. And when you have something like this, you can link off to different websites. It doesn't have to be within this one. So for example, this is bridgetbartlett.com. This, you can get free training and tools, right? But you can also join my program. And when you click there, it goes to a different URL. And then when you click each of these buttons, even that goes to different pages, right? So it's kind of like all of a funnel, even if it's linking to different things. So you could have your bio link like this. And like I said, it could link to your agency. It could link to your tips and tricks. It could link to Elm Messenger, Elmatic, Elm Link, Elm Optimizer. So now when you're sending people here, it's not just click here to sign up for my business. You can say, click here to sign up for my free, tips. Click here to sign up for a free account of L Messenger. Click here to sign up for Link. But what's cool is even if they click here to sign up for the checklist or the tips and tricks that you have, they're also seeing all of the other things that you have, that you're doing, that you have available, that they would probably be interested in. So this kind of works as like a catch-all for everything that you're doing.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes, thank you.
And so you could do something like this could be your bio link, right? Like register for all of my tips, tricks, and free tools. And then you could also create like a post like this, where you're just simply join my group for free tools, sign up, comment below, whatever you want to say. Because what they're doing is they're like, who's Ray Hines when you send a friend request? Or they're like, oh, that's Ray. I see his tips in the group all the time. They're going to your profile, right away what I do. I have my, my URL here, like on my website. I have the link here. I have this pinned post right here. I have my social media right here. So if someone does not accept my friend request, that's why it's a benefit. If you see my profile and you don't accept it, you're saving me a lot of time.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you're so welcome. All right. Anybody else have any questions? No? Okay. Well, I will definitely let you go. I hope you have an awesome weekend, and I will see you all on Monday. Same time, same place. Go make your vision a reality. Bye.
Thank you.